Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing my August and September TBR. Well, one of the very first things that I want to get into is this! The Walking Dead Compendium number 2, and Jesus, this thing is heavy. Look at it. Last summer I read Compendium number 1, so this summer I was determined to get to Compendium number 2 before the next season of Walking Dead starts. And I will totally be doing a book review on this sometime in October, I believe, whenever the premiere of the new season does start. Next, I want to read Death Comes to Pemberley by P.D. James. And this is a sort of Pride and Prejudice retelling, but it takes place after the events of Pride and Prejudice. And there's a big murder mystery going on, which is so intriguing. I have seen the mini-series for this, and after I saw the mini-series, I've been wanting to read this book so badly. And apparently PBS here in America is going to be showing the mini-series, I think, what did it say? I believe it said starting October 26th. So I really want to read this book and then do a book to screen as well. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about this book. There's the people who really love it and then the people who just do not like this at all, but I'm hoping that I really enjoy it because it sounds like something I would really like. This next book may make a lot of you happy. It is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. This is a mystery thriller sort of book. I've heard it's really dark and gritty, and it's about a man who is accused of the murder / disappearance of his wife, and that just sounds great. And yes, this is another book I'm trying to get done before the movie comes out because I'd really love to see the movie. And then I have All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. This has been all over BookTube lately, and I want to see what the big hype is about, and this certainly sounds like something I'll enjoy. What I pretty much know about it is that it's a World War II book about two kids. One of the kids is blind. It takes place in France, if I'm not mistaken, and there's a lot going on with Hitler Youth. But yeah, this sounds really great. And then next I have two Doctor Who books that I'll be reading. The first one is Earthworld by Jacqueline Rayner, featuring the 8th Doctor. And then Only Human by Gareth Roberts, featuring the 9th Doctor. And I'm really kind of thrilled to be getting into these later books that I have, because this is verging into the Doctors that I am more familiar with. So now I'm going to pick from my TBR box, and I'm just going to pick 3 books today. I'll see how long they are. I may not even pick 3. The first book. This is interesting, because this is a book that everyone has been going crazy about lately. Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I've seen tons of book reviews on this book, but I'm still not quite sure what the book is even about. But every time I listen to book reviews, they always sound really great and something I enjoy. Apparently it takes place in Prague, and it's about a girl named Karu. I want to say this book has something to do with angels. I may be mistaken about that. There's some sort of demonic forces, I know. I do not have books 2 and 3 of this series, but if I do really like this first book, I'd love to get the next books. Everyone says that the writing in this is absolutely gorgeous and hooking. Book 2 that I'm picking. I was a little bit hesitant to decide if I wanted to read this because it's a classic, and I kind of don't like reading a bunch of classics kind of all up on each other. And the last classic book that I read was the Three Musketeers, and I kind of wanted a few months in between that, but this is kind of short. But I picked Persuasion by Jane Austen. I was looking through it, and the font is relatively big, and the book itself is not that long, so that's why I decided to go ahead and put it here with this TBR. I've been anxious to read another Jane Austen, so yay for picking this out for these 2 months. And I do think I'll be okay to pick a third book out since those 2 are short. So book number 3. I picked Subculture by Kate Moss, and this is book 2 in the Labyrinth trilogy, even though it's not called the Labyrinth trilogy. I can't remember what it's called. And this book takes place in 1891 in Paris, France, it looks like. Not totally 100% sure what this book is about, but it has a beautiful inside with tarot cards, it looks like. One of the most pretty insides I've ever seen in a book. I'll be like all the cool YouTubers and pick up my books and see what that does. Oh, Jesus, this is heavy. This is all my books. Too heavy. I should definitely be able to read all these. In a 2-month time span, I'm usually able to read anywhere from about 8 to 10 books. This is 9 books, I believe. Have you guys read any of these books? Are there any that you would like to read? If you have read them, I'd like to hear your thoughts on them, without spoilers, obviously. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you liked this video, you may like these. Bye, guys.